for me, watching Melody shine on this Dish Nation interview really has me in my feelings. Like, to me, this is the epitome of how you boss up after a breakup. This is what healthy, whole, and healed looks like, if you ask me. You see that smile, you see that skin, you see that 7th Avenue skincare line beauty glowing. You see that, and just like how many people felt in the comments, like, the way Melody is answering these questions is just so free of bitterness and like hurt, that she just exudes happiness. That is the vibe that I'm picking up, and that's the vibe. Like, I just really like how she is carrying on regarding this divorce, and like how I like to look at it, this breakup, bring it down to my level, because I feel like a lot of us have walked in Melody's shoes, whether it was a divorce or a breakup or ending something that you thought was going to be forever with somebody. And I just like the way that she's carrying on. But I feel like in order for her to smile and to like answer these questions in the way that she did, like light, free, and happy kind of thing, you have to be in a healed space in order to answer these questions and not have no hurt feelings or feel any type of way or bitterness towards anybody. Even when they asked her about Destiny and Tisha, she's just like, you know what, that's my past, and I appreciate that. I feel like that is one of the ways to get over a breakup, is to kind of cut those ties off. I don't really see the point in talking to former friends or mutual friends like that, especially if it's going to take you back to a place where you once were. So if they aren't really necessary to your everyday life kind of thing, or like they have no kind of impact to how you are raising your children, if you have kids, then what's the point? Like, I don't want to cut you off, no hard feelings, but when that relationship ended with my ex, so did the relationship end with you. And because sometimes I do feel as though that could hold you up from moving on with the next person, because as far as I'm concerned, if I'm coming into a situation with a new guy, I don't want to hear that you've been friends with like your ex's friends or mutual. I don't know. Clear the slate clean so I can fit in. So now my new friends can become your friends kind of thing, and we can be friends on that type time. You know what I feel? So I'm proud of Melody just, letting it go for now and just saying, you know what? That's been there, done that. And I feel like she was also able to answer the questions because, she's at peace with the way things happen. Although her marriage failed, she's not taking that as a failure. And I do hear a lot of people feel that way. They feel like really bad after a divorce. But you know what? I'm not saying how you should feel or shouldn't feel. I've never been married or divorced, so I can't really say. But I do feel like it's good to just maybe step away and understand, like, we wanted it to work out. We had the best intentions, but sometimes things happen, like with life and everything that you be going through. You know how life be life and whatnot. So I like how she was able to detach herself from the situation and see it for what it is. Because not for nothing, I'm always going to say that their union mattered and it meant something, for the simple fact that they created 4 lives with being together. You know what I mean? They are the parents of their 4 children, like the future generation. And I feel like in order to make whole and healthy and healed kids, like the parents have to be in good shape. And I always say this because it just really greatly impacted me that much. That scene should have deserved like an Emmy or something. What do TV shows get again? I can't remember. Is it a Tony or something? I can't remember. But I just love that scene with the kids when they were all together talking, like at the park thing. And just the maturity, the transparency, the authenticity that came from the children. I mean, I just was thoroughly impressed. Like, these kids aren't even teenagers. And the way that they were able to articulate their feelings and express themselves, it was just very heartwarming. I'm learning how to express myself and my feelings at my big old age. So the fact that they had that much awareness, I feel like I have to credit the parents for that. So, and whether it was more a Melody or Martell, I don't know, but I'm just going to thank them and appreciate both of them for nothing else, for being like, their children's parents. Like, I'm just going to honor them in that respect because I like their kids. I feel like their kids are really good. It's almost like that whole thing. Like, I don't really see how people cannot like their mother-in-laws or their father-in-laws and things like that unless they're like really, really toxic. But just off rip, it's just almost like you can't really like me if you don't like my parents. And the same thing, I don't get how like sometimes people will get into a relationship with somebody else and they may have previous kids, and then like that new person don't like their previous kids. It's just like, wait a minute, you cannot like me? You cannot say you like me and you don't like my previous kids because they are a part of me. Like, what do you think this is? So it's like that kind of thing. If I say I like a guy, then I feel like I have to, or I'm going to like their kids because their kids is a part of them. It's just like, oh my gosh, a little piece of you. It's just like that. So I don't get to disconnect or whatever, but okay. You see how I just went on a tangent? Nevertheless, getting back on track, I feel as though that I want to see them in a good co-parenting space for forever. Like, and I know they're going to get there, even though it may not seem like it right now. You know, I'm very like the possibilities. I really am one of those people that want to go off into the sunset, move towards greater days and greater things ahead, kind of. So I really do feel like once the dust settles and, you know, emotions come down a little bit, you know, like those new breakup emotions maybe fall away a little bit from Martell, because as we can see, it look like Mel's good, but once Martell, you know, relaxes a little bit and understand too, like he's not a failure because of the marriage ending. And I know he may feel guilty or whatever, but you know, at the same time, life be life, and like none of us are perfect. And I'm not trying to make excuse for him, but at the same time, you do kind of, I guess I get what the mom was saying at first, like I did, but eventually, like, you know, ask Mel for forgiveness, your kids for whatever, and just do better next time. But yes, once the dust settles and they get back on track, I feel like once Melody and Martell are able to, you know, unite and be like really solid, like how they are solid when it comes to Miss Wanda, once they keep on continuing on with that, they're going to be good because they are raising future groundbreakers, you know, productive members in society. So I just want them to be good for the kids' sake, you know? So that's my whole thing. And another thing from the interview that I really did like is how Melody said she dropped her last name. And for me, hearing that, that's almost like the equivalent of, you know, blocking your ex once and for all. Like, you know what? Or blocking them off of social media. It's cutting the slate, the plate clean. Like, all right, I'm really done with you and I'm moving on. I'm moving on with my life without you and any of those remnants. And then like boss mode level, if you sit up there and get a new number and don't even give it to your ex or your ex's family and stuff like that, so they don't have it to get back to him, kind of thing. Now that's level 10. Especially if you don't have children, kind of thing. You know, it's different when you have kids. You do still gotta talk. But I don't even know. Maybe we could just do the email thing. I don't know. Hey. So that was another thing I really felt was very telling, that I know that Melody is in a good place. And I feel like that is another thing that you can look out for when you are trying to move on from a breakup. Like doing something that is like the final straw of letting go of this person and their remnants, you know, by her dropping her last name, dropping the Holtz and just going by Melody Cherie. It's almost like, all right, this is a new day. This is a new day, a new song for me. Like, it's kind of like on that type time. And I love it, and I'm here for it. I feel like it's just like, you know, getting rid of all those gifts and stuff that your ex gave you. Like, once and for all, is going to the Goodwill. I don't want no memories of the past. I am cleaning up my space for the next person that's about to feel it. Like, I don't want to keep dwelling and thinking about the times we had. I'm looking towards the future. And I feel like it really comes down to this. Overall, summing up the whole interview, the vibe that I got, you know, when you moved on and you're going towards your healing or your wholeness, or you're going toward the future, is basically knowing that what's behind you is not better than what's in front of you. It only gets up. It only goes up and is stuck from here, you know, up and up and up and up and up and up, you know, so you can literally look towards the future with a smile because you just know, like, everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be fine. What happened, but I'm still going to smile. I'm still going to walk in the earth and move through life at peace with myself. What happened, and use this situation to like grow and do better, and also to provide value to others. I mean, I really feel like that's what Melody was doing as far as her clothing line that God said go, her skincare line, things like that. Things you get back value. I feel like that's a very boss way, a really good way to move on from a breakup. When you stop nursing your feelings, but nurse your feelings until you get over it. But once you stop nursing your feelings and think about and looking at ways of how you can be a servant or a help to others, you won. So I'll put this in our little notebook. I'll mark this page of how to boss up after a breakup. What healthy and whole and healed looks like, and restoration looks like, and getting good sleep and being at peace looks like. Because that's the thing. What is it? Get peace and pursue it. That's the scripture in the Bible. Now, I know about that. I mean, like, literally, the wrong person in your life can really disrupt your peace. And peace is really priceless. I was talking to somebody that really, oh my gosh, I never had this kind of anxiety until he got into my life. It's crazy. Like, I even felt it in my body. Now, that's some strong anxiety. And it's just like, And once, like, that person left, once I blocked that person, once and for all, I've been at peace. And, another thing they mentioned was they mentioned the trip when the kids went away to Destin, Florida or whatever. We seen her with Martell. And she's just like, nothing happened. Nothing's going on. Like, when she left, she left. And you know what happens when that happens? I think a woman can be done when she loses respect for the man. Like, that's what had to happen to me. Once I lost all respect for the guy, it's just like, no more going back. Once you play in my face too many times, I'm done. I don't even need to spin the block. I don't need you to see me and see my success. Because, sometimes you be wanting the people from your past to see you and look what you missed out on. But I must still respect those people. But when I don't respect you anymore, I don't even care for you to see that I'm glowed up or anything like that. I don't respect you. But it's okay. I don't respect you for what you did to me, but I respect you as a human being. We're all God's children. It's not my fault you fumbled the bag. And that's how I feel about Martell. We have to pray for people like that don't really see what's in front of them. It's their loss. But you know what? It's our game. Because sometimes the things that we be wanting, God's like, I got better for you. Or I got something else in store for you. And that's what we just go by. But other than that, definitely check out this interview with Melody from Dish Nation. It was really good. It was real quick. It was like 3 minutes. But I could just really tell, like, okay, this is what it looks like when you over a situation, when you over a guy, when you just, it is what it is. You can just answer the questions with no hurt feelings, and you don't have to be in your feelings no more because you just releasing it. You let go and let God. So other than that, I will talk to you guys again soon. Looking forward to this next episode that's coming up. Boom, 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 boom. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye.
Synquette, man, the girl was heaven sent. Synquette, man, the girl was heaven sent.